SoFi, oh SoFi, don't do it again. Don't do it again. We're down another 1.2%, 1.3% right now as stocks are up across the board. The Dow's up, the S&P, the Qs are up. Man, the Qs are up 1.7%. The S&P's up about 0.75%, and you guessed it, the Qs hit all-time highs, and SPY also hit all-time highs, and SoFi just can't catch a break, man. We're down another almost 1.5%, and each day that goes by, that head and shoulders that we talked about in the last couple of videos, it's looking like it's going to play out more and more and more, and now we're holding on above 1575, 1580 by a thread, which I told you guys, if that breaks, we're going to make our way down to $14.80, $15. And if that breaks, I think we're going 12, 13 a share. That's what the charts are telling me. Do I think SoFi should be a $12, $13 stock based on the numbers, the fundamentals? No, but that's what the charts are telling us. That's where we're headed potentially. So we have to break down not only the charts quickly here, but we also have to go over the options chain and go over what I'm looking to do, because I did mention selling cash secured puts. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that in this video. So yeah, hit the like button, consider subscribing. We're on the road to 100K subs, and I need every one of you guys. I think 50% of you watch the content, but you don't hit subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Cheers. I appreciate you all for tuning in, and let's dive into it. So again, we're down now over 1.6%. We're falling even more as the video is progressing here, and a lot of the selling came at open, which I'm not loving that. The market open, boom, SoFi tanked from 16 all the way down to 1565, and now it's fighting to get back over 1580, 1585, 1575, but it's struggling to do so, right? We're struggling quite a bit here in the short term. And if you pull up the 5-day, 5-minute, man, we've been making lower lows, lower highs all throughout the last week. And really, ever since earnings came out, we've been making lower lows, lower highs in classic SoFi manner, right? The stock always does this. We talked about it before earnings. We predicted it usually tanks after earnings. Here we are. And if we take out that post-earnings low, that's not going to be good. If we take out $15.30 to $15, that's not going to be good. I think we'll be going lower, like I said, from that point. So let me pull up the options chain and show you guys kind of what I'm looking to do here. Give me a second. Let me make sure I pick the right one. There we go. Beautiful. So this is the options chain on Robinhood, and I personally don't trade on Robinhood. I have before, not saying it's a bad platform. I actually own the stock right now, so I can't bash Robinhood too much, but I'm a big Fidelity guy. I've been for years now, but that's besides the point. Robinhood's the easiest, cleanest way to actually look at the options chain, in my opinion. So let's dive into what I'm looking to do right now. So we've covered cash secured puts time and time again throughout the history of this channel. So this is a great way to enter a stock at a lower price, right? If you want to get in at a lower price, you can sell cash secured puts and collect income premium while you wait for that stock to get there. So in this case, yeah, like I said, I think SoFi is going to break through. There's a decent chance it goes through $15 and makes its way to 13, 14, maybe even 12, maybe lower than that. Who knows? So I want to own SoFi at $13 a share, right? So what am I going to do in this case? I'm going to pull up, let's say in this case, the June 12th expiration date, about 30, 35 days out, and I'm going to scroll down to $13, right? $13 strike price. We can see the premium's not too juicy, I got to be honest, guys, but it's something, right? It's $12 per contract here. So if you want to sell, or if you want to get into SoFi at $13 by June 12th, so 35 days out, you're going to need, first of all, the cash in your brokerage account, cash secured puts, hence why it's called cash secured. You need the cash, and if you have $1,300 in cash, enough to buy 100 shares of the stock, right, you can collect this $13 or $12 premium, which isn't that much, yes, but it's something. If you have extra cash laying around, and the more you play with the strike price, the expiration dates, it changes the premiums, right? So let's say you want to own SoFi at $14 by, June 12th, 35 days away. You can collect $29 in premiums. So per $100 or per 100 shares, you get about $30 in premium. Not too bad, not too bad. Now, let's say you play with the strike price a little bit. Let's say we push it out to August 21st, 100 days out. This changes things, right? If we come down here now, 100 days out, you get a lot more premium. You get a lot more premium, but there's also more time for SoFi to get down to $13. So you can see here, you have more time, more premium. So let's say that $13 strike we saw in 35 days on that June, whatever that was, expiration, you only get $13. But here on, for this August 21st expiration, $13 strike, you get $75 in premium. Isn't that crazy? So if you sell, let's say, 1 or 2 or 3 cash secured put, whatever, however many contracts you sell, you're going to get $75 per contract. So let's say you want to buy $1,000 or 1,000 shares rather of SoFi, which would be a $13,000 position, right? $13,000 position at $13, 1,000 shares. You're going to collect $750 in premium just by waiting, keeping that cash in your brokerage, and just waiting to see if SoFi gets the $13 by August 21st, right? And if it does, if it hits 13, if it hits 12, 11, you get assigned at or you get the shares at $13, and you give up the cash, obviously, and you keep the premium, right? It's that simple, guys. And the overall strategy is you want to sell cash secured puts on stocks that you already want to own at a specific price. You're not going to do this on any old stock at any old price, right? Let's say, let's say there's a stock you don't want to own. You're not going to sell cash secured puts on it, right? It doesn't make sense. It only makes sense for stocks at lower prices that you want to buy, that you think are at good valuations, that you would buy anyway. So that makes sense to me. $13 strike, $75 per contract in premium. That makes sense to me. And if you go a little lower, you can even do $12, right? And you can get $50 per contract. So if you want to buy 1,000 shares, $12,000 investment, right? You can get about $500 in premium just for keeping that cash in your brokerage and waiting for SoFi to get there. And if it doesn't get there, you keep the cash, you keep the premium, and you rinse and repeat, and you keep on doing that. This is how you can make hundreds, if not thousands of dollars extra per month in your portfolio. Obviously, depending on the size of your portfolio, that obviously plays the critical role here. If you have a $20,000 portfolio, are you going to make hundreds and thousands a month selling covered calls and cash secured puts, doing the wheel strategy? You're not. That's the reality. You're not, unless you're messing with crazy high risk stocks, crazy premiums, high volatile stocks, which even in that case, you probably won't make that much money, and there's going to be a good chance you actually blow up your entire account doing that. I would not sell calls or sell cash secured puts on garbage stocks that I don't want to own. I fell into that trap years ago, right? When I first started, trading, messing with options, I would just buy any old stock, sell covered calls on it just because the premiums were nice. I would run the wheel strategy on any old stock, and I got caught holding some bags doing that. So nowadays, I only do it on stocks that I own, that I like, strong companies, and companies that I want to own at lower prices. Or else you're going to get caught up holding bags, making stupid decisions, selling covered calls on stocks that you're down a ton on, buying or selling cash secured puts on stocks that you don't even want to own. You're going to get in trouble doing that. But if you do it the right way, and you have a decent sized portfolio, not saying 20K is not decent. I mean, everybody starts somewhere, but you got to realize the more money you have, the more you can make doing this. Once you have six figures, multiple six figures, and the seven figures as well, you're going to make some serious money, additional income just by literally clicking a couple buttons a month, managing it as well, obviously. It's not super 100% passive and easy per se, but it's pretty, it's pretty easy. I'm not going to lie. If you do it right, the wheel strategy, selling calls, selling puts, it's not free money. It's not easy, but guys, it's a great strategy, right? It's a great strategy. I think it's better than dividends, right? Way better than dividends. And I would argue, right, in this environment, it's probably better than having a rental property, right? Being in real estate. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother video. But with these interest rates, man, with rent, comparing renting versus owning, investment properties are, hard to come by now to make them, the numbers make sense. It makes more sense, in my opinion, to have that pile of money instead of buying it and trying to figure out a real estate deal, where the numbers, you're squeezing the numbers to make them make sense. Instead of doing that, it makes more sense to run the wheel strategy, create income that way, in my opinion. Call me crazy, at least in this environment, right? If we're talking 5 years ago, different story. But with how rates are now, with where renting versus owning is now, it's a no-brainer. Selling options is a great way to make income, man. Extra income, extra returns. It's a no-brainer. So, yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at with SoFi right now. I'm pretty much just holding it, waiting, right? I have some cash, looking to do that strategy I just mentioned, and I'm looking to buy at lower prices. That's where we're at. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe and join my Patreon if you want to keep up with my actual portfolio updates. You guys see all the stocks I'm buying in that portfolio. You guys see my trades, how I'm selling options to create income, and you get access to my private Discord. All of that's on Patreon. And guys, it's only $10 a month or $20 a month, depending on the tier you pick. It's a no-brainer for the value. It's a no-brainer. So check it out down below, pinned in the comments, or go to stocksurfs.com/Patreon. And shout out to everybody that's been joining. Literally, we have like 200-300 members now. You guys are awesome. So yeah, cheers to all of you. I'll catch you all in the next video.